Well, hello. Hey, what's up, fighters? Fightman64 here, and welcome to another Halloween edition, where we'll be talking about the Luigi Mansion franchise, as usual. So, for this topic, we are going to be taking a look at the Luigi Mansion ghost enemies from the first one to the third game, and we'll be determining which of them will make my top 10 list for Luigi Mansion ghost enemies. And I will say in advance, I actually did something like this 6 years ago. But let's just say that video was a bit controversial, and the recording wasn't all that great. So I figured, why not redo the countdown for top 10 Luigi Mansion ghost enemies? And that is what I am here to do today. So, before we start, if y'all could do me a huge favor and punch that like button on this video, I would really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already, because we are only 10 subs away from our goal of 250 subs. And if you're watching this video as a non-subscriber, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button today, and let's reach our goal of 250 subs by the end of the year. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell if you enjoy gaming content such as this one. So, Luigi has been going on a ghost hunt for over 20 years now. Saving Mario, catching ghosts, stopping King Boo from his evil scheme. But this comes to beg the question, which ghost enemies, in my opinion, are the best? Well, this is what I am here to answer to you guys. Please understand that these are all going to be based on my opinion. So, if you disagree with a certain ghost enemies I place on the list, or if I did not include them by any chance, that's fine. Your opinion is your opinion. And if you'd like to share yours, please comment down below. But before we get started, I say we set up a few ground rules. First and foremost, boss ghosts, as well as porch ghosts, and Boo, and lastly, minor ghost enemies will not be included on this list, as these are mostly based on common ghost enemies. With one exception. If a common ghost, whether it be rare or not, has more than one appearance, then they will count as ghost enemies. Every ghost enemy, not minor, there has to be more than one. Even if it's on Scarecraper mode. The exception with Scarecraper mode is that we won't talk about mini-bosses either. Most of it is going to be focused on like the main story, and part of it will be Scarecraper. For one specific ghost enemy, which we'll go over in a moment. But anyways, yeah. But I think with all the ground rules out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so starting off our list at number 10, we have Greenie from Luigi Mansion Dark Moon. Greenie is the first ghost enemy that Luigi encountered beginning the game. Now, I'm going to be honest, making this list is tough. And for number 10, it was tough between choosing Go-Go, Greenie, and Goob. But at the end, Greenie takes the number 10 spot on our list. And the reason he does is because, well, he may just be a normal ghost that's really easy to beat, but later as you progress through the story mode, you'll notice that Greenie has some tricks up his sleeve. And how he progresses onward is by wearing helmet and equipping weapon, and even becoming a mummy himself, which to me is pretty impressive. And there is a stronger version of Greenie himself. Now, while he is pretty annoying to deal with at first, you gotta say he's pretty entertaining with the amount of interaction he had with Luigi and some of the other ghosts. And Greenie to me is just a hilarious ghost to interact with, and that's what I love about Greenie. So that is why he's gonna be taking the number 10 spot on our list. After Greenie comes the big red man himself, whose head is shaped exactly like a square. It is Hammer from Luigi's Mansion 3. This guy can be found at the hotel shop, found on the 3rd floor of the mansion, where Luigi is after the next boss ghost, Crawler. This guy can be quite a pain to deal with, and it does require some maneuvering tactic to take down a big red ghost like Hammer. Now, the attack that he does is that he does a ground pound using his whole body, and he could also do a charge attack against you where he'll try to slam you to the ground with his head. Upon charging, he covers his face, meaning that the strobo will be useless. To defeat Hammer, maneuvering tactics are needed. Now, you can either take the Hammer down using one vacuum cleaner, aka the Poltergeist, or you can work as a team to take Hammer down much quicker. Now, I picked Hammer over Slammer because Hammer, he proved to be a bit more challenging than Slammer. Although Slammer himself does have is made stronger and has more HP, but it really can't compare how much of a pain Hammer can be if you're having to deal with him. So I figured Hammer would be a good placement for number 9 for this list. So yeah, Hammer, pretty challenging if you ask me. But as I said, maneuvering tactics are needed to take down this guy, which is why he's gonna take the number 9 spot. Alright, next up is Garbage Can't Go from the first Luigi's Mansion game. Garbage Can't Go is first found in the wardrobe room, right after you clear the ante room, which is the second room of the game that you have to clear. So, Garbage Can't Go. The name pretty much speaks for itself. He eats a banana, then he throws a banana peel for Luigi to slip on. Now, slipping on a banana peel, they can be pretty much a pain to deal with if you're not watching out for those booby traps that Garbage Can't Go lays on. And he'll even throw more banana peel even if you're attempting to capture him in a vacuum cleaner. Pretty easy go for the most part. The only way this can be hard is that if you're distracted with another ghost and not paying attention to his banana peel. Now, why he's ranked above Hammer and Greenie is because, well, he looked pretty goofy in my opinion, and he looked pretty funny to me in my opinion. And every time I see Garbage Can't Go, I can picture there being like a Donkey Kong ghost who just loves to eat bananas and leave banana peels all over the place. And that's pretty hilarious to me if you were to ask me anything. So, yeah, that pretty much would explain the reason why he's going to take the number 8 spot on our list. He's a ghost, he's a shy guy, and what do you get when you mix them both together? You get Ghost Guy from the first Luigi Mansion game. Now, if any of you guys watched my top 10 countdown of ghost enemies from 6 years back, you're probably going to notice that I didn't add this guy on the list. And to be honest, I kind of regret my decision on that. So, here's the thing. I played the first Luigi's Mansion game several times, whether it be GameCube or the 3DS, and with the many times I encountered the ghost guy, I showed a bit more love and appreciation than I did when I first did the countdown 6 years back. Now, the reason I put Ghost Guy here at number 7 is because, well, I actually do like Shy Guy quite a bit, actually. And not just ghosts like Booth and that stuff. And here's the thing. When it comes to like the Mario franchise, I tend to like the bad guys more than I do with the good guy. And I guess that's my reason for putting Ghost Guy on the list this time around. So, Ghost Guy is first found in the ballroom, where you'll find a dancing pair of Shy Guys just having their happy time of their life and dancing. And this is before you fight the floating Werlindas there. And they wield pitchfork with they attack you with, whether they be doing a spin attack or just straight up stabbing you, which both of those feel kind of brutal, to be honest. And having to reveal what's inside the mask, I will say that it's a bit creepy in my opinion. But it doesn't take away the fact that the ghost guys are still cool. And the moment I went back to the first Luigi Mansion and played it more, I could show my love and appreciation for Shy Guy, even if they are creepy ghosts. Which is why it's going to be taking the number 7 spot for this list. Okay, so at number 6, just outside the top 5, we have the Blue Twirler from the first Luigi's Mansion game. Now, I'm just gonna say this right now, I'm a bit sad that I just had to place him outside the top 5, and the reason he places here is because, well, let's just say he lacks some appearances in the main game. And if he would have made more appearances, then he probably would have ranked higher on this list. But alas, it is not the case. As a matter of fact, you don't even encounter him until you get like more than halfway through the game. The Blue Twirler can first be found in the Safari Room, only to be a water elemental type, known as Blue Blade. The thing with Blue Twirler is that he creates powerful shockwave which does a ton of damage if it makes contact to Luigi, and to me, getting hit by a shockwave, that sounds really painful, and it really is. Blue Twirler is one of the most powerful ghosts in the game, and capturing him is pretty difficult, and he does pull you around quite a bit. And I will say that his design in the game, as well as how aggressive he is, it really does leave an impression to me. But it sadly wasn't enough for him to score him the top 5 position. So, sorry Blue Twirler, look like you're going to be staying at number 6 for now, for this list. Alright, so up next is the ghost with the big brain himself. It's Poltergeist from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Now wait a minute, Trey. Poltergeist is the mini-boss in the main story, as well as the boss in Scarecraver, so why are you counting him on the list? Now, while that itself is true, whether he be a regular Poltergeist, ancient Poltergeist, or a strong Poltergeist, there were some times where he wasn't either a mini-boss or a boss in that game, which is why he being counted on this list. Poltergeist can be quite a hassle to deal with, and can prove to be a bit of a challenge. Poltergeist's main attack is throwing objects at you, such as books, and shielding your attack from the snowball, and pretty much the game here, figuring out where he is and watching the object as he goes. Basically the trick on defeating him. if you like to say that. And to me, this guy is honestly pretty cool in my opinion, and I do like the design a lot. I mean, it just goes to show that he is the brainiest of all the ghosts that we encountered so far, and he barely gets the edge over Blue Twirler for that reason, which is why Poltergeist is going to take number 5 for this list. From one tall ghost to another, next we have the Purple Puncher from the first Luigi's Mansion game. Kinda looks more pinkish in my opinion, and I really think that should have been called Pink Puncher, but whatever. Anyway, Purple Puncher is the second common ghost enemy Luigi faces throughout the game, after finishing up in the parlor room. In the anteroom lie the Purple Puncher, as well as a few other gold ghosts. This ghost is also the first ghost to wield elemental power, wielding the ice power called Flash. Now, the reason why Purple Puncher ranks so high on this list is because, first of all, he has the best design out of all the common ghost enemies on the first Luigi's Mansion game, in my opinion. And aside that, he's tall, just like me. And secondly, his hook punch can go quite a distance, and if you're not watching where he is, when he goes in a straight line to do the hook punch, you're gonna get hit. And you gotta say, the distance that he goes with the hook punch is quite impressive. He may be just a normal ghost enemy that's easy to beat, but that doesn't take away the fact that the range of the hook punch is very impressive, and this is why I have to put Purple Puncher at number 4 for this list. Alright, so the ghost that barely just made the top 3 is Slinker from Luigi's Mansion 3. Slinker is the last common ghost enemy Luigi faces throughout the game once you get to the halfway point. So, this guy is a combination between the grabbing ghost from the first Luigi's Mansion game and Sneaker from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And the attack that he does pretty much speaks for itself. He grabs you, you take damage the longer he holds on to you. He can also sneak up behind and spook you just to interrupt you from whatever you're doing. And lastly, he can use Toad as a meat shield and send Toad to another room inside the mansion. If you wait long enough for him to create a portal to take Toad into another room of the mansion. And this is really what I love about Slinker, because beating him can be a bit of a hassle, just like with Poltergeist. But there are two major things that you can do to capture Slinker a lot more easier. First of which is using the Dark Light device. Dark Light device, as you know, reveals the ghost location if they're invisible. But what you can also do is use another character as bait, which you can then take advantage of. So, some maneuvering tactics are needed to defeat this guy, and the design for him is really cool, and this is probably my favorite one of them all, which is why Slinker is going to get number 3 for this list. Alright, and taking the runner-up spot for number 2, we have Sneaker from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This ghost is first encountered in the second mansion of the game, Haunted Tower, and is the first ghost to have the strong variation form, which is encountered in the third mansion of the game, Old Clockwork. So, Sneaker. The name pretty much speaks for herself. She sneaks around, spooks you, or maybe even try to shove you. But the way to capture her is to watch the ground below, which will give away her location. And what could also work is using the dark light device against her. Now I'm calling this ghost a her because this ghost to me looks like a female, and she's pretty cute in my opinion, and I really love this ghost design a lot in Dark Moon. Often at times, Slinker can be seen hanging around with a bunch of greenies, and it got me thinking, are Slinker and Greenie love with each other? I think so. I guess this is probably the reason why I say Slinker more of a female ghost than a male ghost, while Greenie is that goofy male ghost character. And anytime I see Slinker and Greenie together, they look cute. But I have to give Slinker the upper edge here. She can also grab Toad as well and use it as a meat shield, and I guess that's what gives her some point here. And yeah, she's one of my favorite ghosts in the game to encounter. However, there is one ghost that was able to top that. So let's get down to who our number one ghost enemy is. And taking the number one spot for the best ghost enemy of the game, we have the Polterpup from Luigi Mansion Dark Moon. Now, some of you may be confused to why I put Polterpup on this list. Well, let me get things straight here. While yes, this is true that there's really only one Polterpup in the main story, Scarescraper mode has a mode called Polterpup mode, which you can fight multiple Polterpup and capture them big and small, which is why I'm adding Polterpup to the list. So, Polterpup can first be found in the first mansion of the game, Gloomy Manor. But then, Haunted Tower, the second mansion of the game, is where he starts to play as a big role, causing mischief and stealing key items from Luigi to put a halt to his progress. Now, while some people may find this annoying with Polterpup putting a halt to your progress and constantly having to chase them down room after room after room, you gotta say that Polterpup stepped up quite a bit after Dark Moon. Because near the end of the game, after Luigi captured King Boo, Polterpup and Luigi pretty much went from enemies to friend. And Polterpup stayed as a companion for Luigi ever since. Polterpup is also responsible for reviving Luigi if he has a gold bonus position, which would later be carried on in the remake of Luigi's Mansion and in Luigi's Mansion 3. And really, who can resist the adorableness that Polterpup has? He's a really cute all around, and it's no wonder he is Luigi's man's best friend. So I guess that all becomes true, I guess, which is why Polterpup is going to be taking number one for this spot. Alright guys, that is going to conclude for our countdown video for top 10 Luigi Mansion Ghost Enemies. So once again, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching this, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to punch that like button. If you like to, please share with us in the comment down below and tell us who your top favorite Luigi Mansion Ghost enemy is, because we love to hear y'all opinions. So, I'll see you guys next time for some more content such as this one. So, once again, I am Fightman64. See you all, have a good day, game on my friends, and take care. Goodbye everybody and stay safe. Adios!